Okay,
More like
heading into the house now, and I've got my cheat sheet here where I spanned out the various rooms so that I can tell you the sizes as we go in. This is coming up the front steps to the porch and turning left, going into the house. We're coming into the living room, but we're going to take a right for starters. I'll explain the sizes from the back of the house to the front. Now heading down the hallway to the right to the back bedroom. Slow down, don't need to be panning quite that fast. We're not in that much of a hurry. This is the bedroom at the far end of the trailer. It is a 14 wide. I haven't bothered to actually calculate the length yet, but I have each room figured out. And this has a bay window. This is where the bay window is, right here in this room. We're looking at it right there. Now the size, and there's a closet around to the right, to the left. The closet is, let me see here, looks like it's probably supposed to be 4 feet. It was probably three and a half looking at it. The dimensions of this particular bedroom are 9 by 14. Didn't think to bring my tape, but I've got exactly a 6-foot wingspan, and that's what it checks out at. Now we have a ceiling fan and a little 3 bulb arrangement here, and the power is on. There are not bulbs in every room yet, but we know the electricity works because you see there we have power right there. Okay, now that again is 9 by 14 for the size of the room. Now coming back to the hallway, we're coming down and immediately turn right into what is the secondary bathroom. Now there's a couple of little things. We'll have, minor thing like a shower curtain here. We've seen nothing in this house at all major that needs to be taken care of. Very, very minor. The bath, there is one thing, there's a definite smell in here of cat urine, which I recognized immediately because we have cats. That is the first time that the realtor, and we have no reason to doubt her word, that they've smelled it, but we'll take care of that before you get here. That's not a big problem. It's not so overpowering that it's like going to ruin the house or anything like that. We'll fix it. Now there's the tub there. This is a pretty small bathroom. It's only 5 feet by 8 feet. Then however, there is no medicine cabinet. There is a mirror there, and you see me taking pictures. Overhead fixture here. There's a ceiling fan in there, and right here there is a shower head with looks like multiple settings on it. Okay, and a small cabinet under the sink. Okay, now moving back to the hallway, that's bedroom number 1, and the bathroom between the two, I guess you'd say probably not master bedrooms. This one must have been a boys' room. I've got to show you the overhead fan here is painted in Mexican primary bright colors pretty much. So that's pretty decorative. And I can tell you right now, your 6'5" boys are going to just clear in here, and they don't want to walk under that. At least I think you said one of them was 6'5". Now this room they all have nice light, and the view out back here, I want to point this out here, this is really important. There is no need to fence this place. They had horses, and clear at the back of the 4 acres, if you want the dogs to run your whole 4 acres, it's fenced all the way around. Okay, now this room has a closet also that is the same size as the one in that other back bedroom, There's a very slight stain back there. I'm not sure what that is. It actually looks like could be, you know, it's near the bathroom. There might have been a little water, but it doesn't look like a water stain. Looks like maybe somebody punched somebody in the nose there for all I know, but it's not bad. The carpet is fine. It's not new carpet, but it looks to be in pretty good shape. I don't see anything wrong with it at all. It wouldn't bother me to live here at all. The size of this room, this is by far the smallest bedroom because of the hallway, and it is 9 feet by 12 feet rather than 9 by 14 as the back one is. Now, moving back out of this room to the hallway, and again moving down to the living room, we next come to really a pretty spacious arrangement here. This has a front window, and then the openings into the kitchen, and a back window, and a pretty sizable mirror over here, obviously. And the size of that is, it's 14 square, 14 by 14. And there's a bit of a cathedral ceiling in here that if your tall fellows get claustrophobic in the bedrooms, they can always come out here, because that cathedral effect is true throughout the main living area and the kitchen area. This one has a 4-light fan up over here, and a lot of these don't have bulbs in them. We'll take care of all that, of course, before they get here. There are actually curtains in place. The owner never lived here, but the realtor tells us that her son did at one time. Now, moving on to the kitchen, I'm pretty impressed with this kitchen. It's 14 by 14. It's a big kitchen. You can put a kitchen table in that area right there with no problem at all if you choose to do so. It even has a little chandelier for you if you're into chandeliers. Pam likes them. I actually personally detest them, but that's another story. Got a china cabinet over here. Now, I think, Becky, you might have said, it seems to me you might have said you have a china cabinet, but there's one in place here. There's not a place in the kitchen to put another one, but there's quite a bit of room in that living room. You know, it's really, you can do quite a bit with that, I would say. And the storage here isn't bad. I'm not sure why this is. There must be, I don't know, there must be a reason for this fake panel here, something out the back. I don't know if there's a hot water heater or something there, or what that is. But anyway, there are cabinets here. There's a big tall one. And for what, well, that's probably for the microwave. There's a outlet in the back there. And double windows here. And then panning back around here, the fridge is not a terribly tall one, but it's pretty wide, and it's a Kenmore, and it's on. It's the freezer is cold. It's got an ice maker. It looks like. I don't know if it's in use or not, or if it's hooked up. I couldn't say about that. But this thing is wide enough. I'd say this is, oh, even considering the short height, it's got to be close to a 20-foot fridge. It's not bad. And inside here, there are some pretty deep and wide shelves, and of course your crispers at the bottom, and you know, bins in the door. It's a mighty deep door right there. This is not a small refrigerator. Then over top we have the usual cabinets. They look good to me. Back here, I remember when I was a youngster, my first ex and I used to go around dreaming about places to buy, and the first thing we would do is feel the shelves, see how sturdy they were in there, because the cheaper mobile homes were flimsy. This is just pressed board, but they're fine. They're strong, they're sturdy, and I don't see any problem with them. And there's a reasonable number of them. The sink needs to be scrubbed a bit, but it's a double stainless, and I believe the water is probably on. Yep, it's on all right. I just flashed the window with it a little bit. Little air buck there. So, since this is not bank owned, it didn't have to be winterized. And that's good, because that let me check out a lot of this stuff that we knew was going to be okay anyway. But it's got a gray, kind of fake granite sort of Formica type countertop. It's not really Formica, but it's okay. And there's reasonable space under here. Now, I can see that we have had some mouse infestation here to a little degree. There's some mouse turds in here. We will get some decon in here and get that cleaned out before you guys arrive. There's been a bit of leakage over on this side. You can see that this side has been wet. I don't know, once we're in here more, checking it out more, I will have to make sure we don't have any leaks here, but if we do, I'll have it replumbed. I'll do the replumbing by the time you get here. And it also got a little damage down there. Somebody had a leak down there that I noticed that there is a flex hose, just a hose right there, which I'm suspicious about, that goes to this lift out thing on the bottom or whatever it's for. And I think that's probably where it came from, but that can be taken care of. It's not, the damage is not severe. Then here is the dishwasher. I have not tried it, and I'm not really a big fan of dishwashers actually, but it looks like a dishwasher. That's about all I can say about that. Then the drawers over here, they've been lined. I see a little mouse turds in there, but not many. I mean, it's nothing like our poor benighted semi-trailer. We will get that cleaned up and disinfected within, yeah, they've been in there. But they haven't had much food to eat in here. It was not left dirty, so they didn't hang around a lot and do a lot of damage. The oven looks like it's been used all right, and it's missing a bottom rack. There's a middle rack, but we can always find a rack for that. So far, like you can see, now the top, this is just a little bit of, that's just this dust that we get out here. That's what that is. You get this place, this whole county is like that. You're going to get that. Now, down here, one last one to check. And okay, all right. Now, oops, excuse me. All right, turning around here. I'm just checking and making sure that I've looked at everything. So far, the only place I see any sign of mouse activity has been in just those drawers right around or right under and around the kitchen sink area. That's very easy to decon and clean up and disinfect. Okay, moving on back here. Here's the laundry room, and there's a little bit of, let's see here, they had, looks like somebody got it wet here or mucked up a tile or whatever. But at least they put some clear tape over it. Pam and I lived for a couple of years one time on clear tape that patched a bathtub, believe it or not, after she stepped through it. The dryer, somebody wasn't too good about cleaning inside the dryer, but obviously works. Those are my fingerprints there, or Pam's, maybe it was. So it needs to be cleaned. The drum, somebody has not cleaned the filter at all. I don't even see where the filter is in here, but it's got to be in here somewhere. So we'll work on that. But it obviously works. Oh, the filter's up here. I forgot this is the style that we had for so many years. Well, it's been cleaned, but somebody hasn't been taking care of it. But at least it works. And the washer, there we go. These are all Kenmore, And the cabinets up here and here, I still don't see any mouse tracks except like those few cabinets that I showed you just a bit ago. There's a little bit of a stain on the floor here, but it looks like there's been a little condensation or something maybe come out of the furnace. And moving on, let's see. Oh, I just about went blank there. Oh, I've got to go back here to the kitchen, folks, because I left my sheet of paper behind that had when I started checking out the kitchen. I wanted to see what, oh yes, the master suite. We have the master suite to go. And this is going to take me probably 5 hours to get this thing to load on YouTube tonight. But we'll get it done. Anyway, the master suite is quite sizable. It's 14 wide, of course, the width of the trailer, and it's 18 feet deep, the whole suite is, from tip to tip. Now, there's about, just at a glance, I'm not going to span it because it'll take too long now, but it's about, I'd say 5 feet of that goes back here to the sunken tub and this double sink area here, and then there is a small toilet and separate shower area in here with one daddy long leg spider down in there. And there is a slight screen that needs to be fixed. It's just loose. I don't know why it's loose. And here, let me see, we just need to check in under here. Okay, a little bit of mouse activity again under the sinks and a little bit of water damage down there. It looks like somebody dealt with that in their own way. You see all that foam back there? We'll clean it up. If it's a problem later on, we may have to replace the bottoms in that, but it's not, it certainly shouldn't have to be a deal killer. Yeah, somebody's done kind of a poor man's fix there is what they've done. Okay, so at least they took some effort. And obviously, you know, a very handsome cowboy in the mirror and all that, and humble as he usually is. So this also, as most of the rooms have, has the overhead fan, and that's the bedroom itself taking 5 out of the 18. This looks like this would be about 13 by 14, I think, in usable space in here. Well, not quite that much with that bathroom. So the only really big wall here for the master bed, it looks like they expect it to go between those two windows right there, but I'm pretty sure you can work with it. I better shut this thing off. It's going to take forever.